I originally thought that mobile workstations were only needed in small shops. I have a relatively small shop. It's about 400 square feet. And out of all the tools I have, only 2 are in fixed locations. The miter saw has a dedicated custom workbench and my drill press. But the drill press is in one location only because I haven't built a stand for it yet, just sitting on some old utility shelves. I thought when I started this video, it was going to be about how to work successfully in a small shop. But when I actually started to do the research, data shows that all shops, regardless of size, should have mobile workstations. But why? Efficiency and productivity. I've always kept the material I'm working with in one of 2 places, this workbench or my miter saw station. Then I get out the tool I need, process the material, and put it back on the bench. If this were a big shop with large tools fixed in specific locations, I'd have to process the material at, let's say, the jointer. And if I didn't have a cart, I'd have to carry all that lumber by hand to the next tool. And the last thing I want to do is waste time walking back and forth from machine to machine, carrying dozens and dozens of boards. This also reduces the risk of a workshop injury. I'm a lot less likely to throw my back out carrying around heavy lumber if I reduce the amount of times I'm walking around with heavy lumber. Space optimization and rapid flexibility. If I ever discover a better workflow, or if I just get tired of this setup, I can reconfigure my entire shop in just a couple hours. This flexibility also comes in handy whenever I'm tackling large projects. A couple months ago, I was building a chicken coop for my parents out of a bunch of leftover 2x4s, and the project got big, fast. Being able to move tools around afforded me the ability to keep working as I assembled all the pieces and components. Safety. I might be much less likely to get hurt because I'm not carrying lumber around all day, but think about it. If I can move my tools anywhere at any time I want, I'm not going to have a bunch of extension cords lying around the shop. And I can't trip on extension cords if they're rolled up and kept out of the way. Organization. If all my tools are on mobile bases, I can use that base to store that particular tool's accessories or complementary tools. It also makes checking inventory a lot easier. In the case of my sander, I've got a good visual representation of which grit sandpaper I'm running low on. Cost effectiveness. Forget the fact that I do this for fun and my shop's part of my house. Let's say I'm a professional that builds things to sell. The bigger the space I need to make those things, the higher the lease or rent is on that property. Now throw in utilities and the cost of facility maintenance and the numbers start adding up pretty quick. In my little setup, I've got one 4-inch pipe plumbed to the wall for dust collection. All of my other tools have short runs of flexible hose for dust collection. These magnetic quick connects make dust collection fast and easy. If I had a big shop, I'd need a lot more ductwork and a much more expensive dust collector. So stop sitting around feeling sorry for yourself because you have a small shop. If all of your tools are on mobile workstations, not only are you set up for success, you should chuckle to yourself the next time you see somebody working around a giant shop. Just picture behind the scenes them walking back and forth all day carrying lumber. Try not to get hurt or trip on extension cords. Then picture that massive check they're writing for all that space and utilities.